Cyril Knowles was taken far too soon, and the heartbreaking revelation of a brain tumour made his story even more tragic. He was a legend on the pitch, but this was a battle he never saw coming. Despite everything, he faced it with strength, but sadly, it was a fight he couldn't win. In February 1991, Cyril Knowles received the devastating revelation that he had a brain tumour. Sadly, despite undergoing brain surgery, Knowles wasn't able to return to the job he loved. By the end of the season, it became clear that he wouldn't be able to continue, and Murray took over permanently. Knowles fought bravely, but the cancer proved too much. Tragically, he never recovered, and on August 30th, 1991, at just 47 years old, he passed away. It was a heartbreaking end for a man who had given so much to football, leaving behind a legacy that fans would never forget. Throughout his career, he gave his fans countless unforgettable moments. Born in Fitzwilliam, West Yorkshire, he first started out as a left winger, playing for the local side, Hemsworth. Like many young footballers, he had big dreams, but his path to success wasn't smooth. He faced rejection from 3 of England's top clubs: Manchester United, Blackpool, and Wolverhampton Wanderers. After so many setbacks, it would have been easy for him to doubt whether he had a future in professional football at all. But football has a way of rewarding perseverance, and Middlesbrough saw something special in him. Unlike the clubs that had turned him away, they recognised his potential, not as a winger, but as a left-back. That decision changed everything. He was accepted into their amateur squad and worked hard to prove himself. By the end of the 1962-63 season, he had broken into the first team, making his debut for Middlesbrough. It didn't take long for others to notice his talent. One man who saw something in Knowles was none other than Bill Nicholson, the legendary Tottenham Hotspur manager. Nicholson had built a side that dominated English football in the early 1960s, and he was always looking for young players to keep Spurs at the top. In 1964, after just 39 first-team appearances for Middlesbrough, Knowles made the move to White Hart Lane for a fee of £45,000. Spurs saw him as the ideal successor to Ron Henry, a key part of their famous double-winning team of 1960-61. His first game in a Spurs shirt was a memorable one, a 2-0 victory over Sheffield United on the opening day of the 1964-65 First Division season. From that moment on, Knowles never looked back. Over the next 11 years, he became one of the most important players at the club. His crossing ability was exceptional, and he created countless goal-scoring opportunities, whether from open play or set pieces. His link-up play with Irish right-back Joe Kinnear became legendary, and together they helped redefine the role of fullbacks in modern football. No longer were they just defenders, they became attacking threats, pushing forward and contributing to the team's attacking play. Knowles' consistency was remarkable. Between 1965 and 1969, he missed only one league match, a testament to his fitness, reliability, and importance to the team. His performances didn't go unnoticed at the international level either. In December 1967, he made his England debut against the Soviet Union. Over the years, he earned 4 senior caps and also played 6 times for the England under-23 team. He was even selected for Young England, a side made up of the country's best young players, to face the senior England team. Despite his obvious talent, he was unlucky to be playing at a time when Leeds United's Terry Cooper was also at his peak, which meant Knowles had to settle for a fringe role in the. As a Tottenham player, Knowles experienced plenty of highs. He helped the club win the FA Cup in 1967, the League Cup in 1971 and 1973, and the UEFA Cup in 1972. His ability to rise to the occasion was never more evident than in one of his final great performances for Spurs. It was the end of the 1974-75 season, and Spurs were in danger of being relegated from the First Division. They faced reigning champions Leeds United in a must-win match. With everything on the line, Knowles stepped up, scoring twice in a 4-2 victory that secured their top-flight status. It was a moment that cemented his status as a true club legend. Unfortunately, injuries would eventually catch up with him. Persistent knee problems forced him to retire from professional football at just 31 years old. His final match came in December 1975, a 2-2 draw with Everton. But his loyalty and service to Tottenham didn't go unrecognised. The club honoured him with a testimonial match against their biggest rivals, Arsenal, a fitting tribute to a player who had given so much to the team. Knowles' legacy extended beyond the pitch. He was the inspiration for the song Nice One Cyril, performed by Cockerel Chorus. The song became hugely popular among Spurs fans and even reached number 14 on the UK singles chart in March 1973. To this day, he is widely regarded as one of the greatest left-backs in Tottenham Hotspur's history, both by fans and football experts. After retiring, Knowles transitioned into coaching and management. He started out as a Yorkshire-based scout for Spurs before taking his first managerial role at Hertford Town in 1976. A few years later, he joined Doncaster Rovers as first-team coach, where he remained until 1981. That summer, he returned to Middlesbrough as assistant manager, reconnecting with the club where his professional career had begun. But in 1983, he decided to take on a bigger challenge, managing a team of his own. He took charge of 4th Division side Darlington, a club struggling at the bottom of the Football League. It was a tough task, but Knowles had a natural ability to turn struggling teams around. In his second season, 1984-85, he led Darlington to an impressive third-place finish, earning them promotion to the 3rd Division. His impact was undeniable. In fact, he remains the only manager in the club's modern history to keep them in the 3rd tier of English football. After a few more years at Darlington, Knowles moved on to manage Torquay United, where he helped develop young talents like Lee Sharp, who would go on to have a successful career at Manchester United. Once again, he took a struggling team and transformed them into a competitive side, leading them to the Associate Members' Cup final and nearly securing a playoff spot in his first season. But football management is an unpredictable world, and after a disappointing start to the 1989-90 season, he left Torquay. However, he didn't stay away for long. In December 1989, he took charge of Hartlepool United, who were stuck at the bottom of the 4th Division. Just like he had done before, Knowles turned things around. He guided the club to safety that season, and the following year, he led them to a 3rd-place finish, securing promotion. It was yet another testament to his ability to build teams and inspire players. But just when it seemed like Knowles was set for another great chapter in his career, tragedy struck. In February 1991, he was diagnosed with a brain tumour. It was a devastating revelation. As he stepped away to focus on his health, Hartlepool's assistant manager, Alan Murray, took over the first-team duties. Sadly, despite undergoing brain surgery, Knowles wasn't able to return. By the end of the season, it became clear that he could no longer continue, and Murray was appointed as permanent manager. Knowles fought bravely, but the cancer was relentless. On August 30th, 1991, he passed away. And that's the story of Cyril Knowles, a true legend both on and off the pitch. His journey was filled with challenges, but he never gave up. From being rejected by top clubs to becoming one of the greatest left-backs in Tottenham's history, his determination and skill made him unforgettable. At Spurs, he helped shape the modern full-back role, winning major trophies and giving fans moments they still talk about today. As a manager, he had the rare ability to transform struggling teams, guiding them to success and inspiring players along the way. He was a fighter, both in football and in life. Sadly, his time was cut short by illness, but his legacy will never fade. His impact on football is still felt, his name still sung by Spurs fans, and his influence on the game still recognised. Whether it was his pinpoint crosses, his leadership, or the way he reinvented his position, Cyril Knowles made football better. And that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.